Hi, this is Hani and welcome to the Bliss List.
In my last video, I asked you to figure out what the point of your life was. If you have figured that out, then I hope you're working towards your points in life.
But I also know that some of you were kind of wondering what it is, and it's not easy. I know it's not easy to figure out what that one big passion. You have so much pressure figuring out what is that big thing that is going to change your life.
Well, in this video, I am going to teach you how to create a super secret, super awesome, going to change your life technique. All right, fine. It's not super secret. I am telling you, aren't I? This technique is called creating a bliss list. I use this technique every time my life changes direction or I want to do something new and I haven't really figured out what exactly it is.
For me, my life goes in waves, so it's not always this one major passion, but each passion contributes to the next passion.
The first thing you'll have to do is get some paper and a pen, because you will be writing this down. All right, let's begin. Now, I want you to ask yourself one question. The reason why I'm going to ask you to ask yourself this question is quite simple. Deep down under, I am very, very capable of being a super sloth. I am extremely comfortable just sitting down, watching television, eating mini M&Ms, reading books, doing jack all. Yes. Once I have reached a point of non-movement, it's quite difficult to get me to actually move. So this is why I asked myself this question. Since it's so difficult to get me to move, what would get me to move, right? Write down on the top of a brand spanking new page, write down what would get me out of bed in the morning. Now, I don't mean literally out of bed. Think about it. What would actually, if you were super sloth like myself, what would actually get you to move? Get you motivated, get you out of bed every morning, out of the house, so that you can go and do something. Okay, one other thing. Before you answer this question, I need you to promise that you're going to be completely honest with yourself here. This is important because when you answer this question, you really need to come from the heart. So, if the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning is traveling first class to many, many different places in the world and staying in 5-star hotels because that just thrills you, and you think, maybe I should write volunteering in orphanages in Africa because that would just make me seem like a much better person, don't do it. When you are completely honest with yourself, you are changing the world. When you are in a state of joy and happiness, you affect everyone around you. And that is something that money can't buy. You can't fake this shit. You are changing the lives of people. You just don't know it. And that's okay. So please, just be honest, all right? Ready? Let's get going. To kickstart this, I'm going to tell you some of the things that were on my list, all right? So the things that would get me out of bed in the morning, number one, I enjoy meeting a lot of interesting people who will be able to tell me new things that I can learn from, people who inspire me. So I will definitely get out of bed for that. I enjoy going and filming really interesting projects. I definitely would get out of bed for that. Whenever I travel, I have absolutely no problem getting out of bed. So yes, travel is something that gets me out of bed. I enjoy being able to get paid to do things that I love. So if you were giving me things that I love and you're paying me for it, for sure I will be there. I also enjoy going for personal development seminars, so that will definitely get me out of bed. And I love when I have flexible hours to go do whatever I want. So whatever it is that I'm doing should also allow me to do everything else that I want to do, because there are many. So these are some of the things that are on my list. Next, what we're going to do, you have your list and everything that you've written on it. I want you to read this list and read it without judgment. You have to keep aside that judgment that says, oh my God, this thing is just so diverse. How am I ever going to achieve it? No, keep all of that away. Now, every day I want you to read this list. Just read it. You're reading it because when you do this, it's going to create magic. There, I said it. I said magic. That's right. All right, so maybe it doesn't create magic, but what it does do is it gives your mind something to focus on. So once your mind has this list, that means it's going to look out for signs all around you and make sure that you see them. For example, after creating my list, which involved travel, money, meeting people, and filming, my cousin sends me an application form for this competition where they are looking for someone who can travel to over, I think, 50 countries around the world, meeting people, filming it, and getting paid doing it. Hello? I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what to say. I was like, whoa, what? How wonderful is that? Another thing that happened to me was that I met an acquaintance for lunch, and out of nowhere he goes, you know what, my company are looking for people and I think you would be a great match. And of course I went for that interview and I got the job, which I still have. And this job sends me all over the world where I can meet the most amazing authors, inspirational people, successful people, businessmen, artists. Oh, the amount of people that I've met. And I get to film them and talk to them and connect with them. I work in an office filled with 45 of the most amazing people I know. And they're all these young, dynamic people. I have flexible hours and I can work from home, from Starbucks, from LA, from New York, from anywhere. Also, my company pays me to go for personal development seminars. Everything on my list. Check, 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 check. All because I made my bliss list. So my mind knew exactly what I wanted. It also knew that I wouldn't compromise. So it made sure that it got me everything in one nice tidy package. So what I'm saying is, this might seem like it doesn't make a lot of sense to you, but you'll be surprised if you actually make a bliss list. And what have you got to lose, right? So make a bliss list and see where it takes you. And if you have made a bliss list, and if it did take you somewhere, please leave a comment. If you have made a bliss list and you want to share, that'll be awesome as well, because I'm really curious to see what other people's bliss lists look like. Before I go, I just would like to remind you, while making this bliss list, please don't put any expectations on it. Don't start judging it. Just leave it. Just make it. Come from an honest space. Come from your heart. Make this list and watch it work. It's magic. This is Hani from The Bliss Discipline. I am looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.